Well, hello everyone. It's 5:30 again. It's Tuesday, and guess what? I'm bored. I can't stand it. Christ, it's like I feel like I'm in lockdown, and this is what lockdown felt like to me a while ago. Who's come on? I'm just got to find you now. Oh dear, hang on. Someone's come on. Bev Anderson. G'day, darling. Um, Well, Bev's on. That's all that matters. There's six of you on. G'day, everyone. G'day, Cal. Hello, Virginia. How are you, darling? And g'day, Sue. How are you? G'day, Karen McEwen. How are you, darling? Cheryl's on. You've all come on. Bloody winter. I'm over it. Maureen, I think you've all come on because you might feel like me. What do you reckon? Bloody shitting over it. I tell you what, I can't stand it. Can't, Brenda. Oh, everyone, spare a thought for our little Brenda. Now, she's just said, have you seen what Brenda just put? It's as fiery as hell in London. Now, g'day, Lyndon. Now, Lyndon, I'm over it too, Virginia. I think we're all bloody over everything. Listen here, Brenda. How hot is it where you are? So we're freezing our asses off, ready to bloody give everything away because we've had enough, and Virginia's over it. Bloody hell, love. And Sue's even in Queensland and she's freezing. Shay's on. How are you, darling? I reckon you'd have that beautiful, bright smile. And I'm feeling like bloody shit. So guess what I'm doing? I've had enough. I'm coming to Geelong. I cannot spend every day here in my house, even if I talk to you or can't. I just can't. She's had enough. Everyone's had enough. Oh, except for Pat Mariana, who said it's 20 degrees in Geraldton. Well, Brenda's posts are coming up here. Don't ask me why, Lyndon, but she just said it's so hot. And Virginia, already in your jammies. Yep, darling. I know. It's boring. It's shit. Well, guess what I'm doing? Hey, Virginia, what are you doing? I've got an idea. I've had enough. Bloody Bev Anderson knows I've had enough. I'm coming to Geelong. Got to get me nails done. Okay. I'm coming to Geelong on Thursday. Now we're gonna go to the Warren Ponds pub for lunch. Now listen, Virginia Henderson, you can get a train actually to Warren Ponds, and I'll pick you up. Get a train to the rail. If you've got Thursday off, get the bloody train down. Costs nothing when you get older. Go right to Warm Ponds. I'll pick you up and come and have lunch with me because I've had enough. Did you see that, Lyndon O'Keefe? If you're not doing anything on Maureen, if you're not doing anything on, hop on the train and we'll pick you up because I've had enough, right? Liz Ball, I'm going to Geelong. Well, you're sitting in the car at Soccer Train. Maureen, bloody hell, I hope you got one of those $5 blankets from Kmart that keep you warm because they did. You must be exhausted, love. And Cheryl's in her PJs too. Everyone is. Thursday, Lyndon, because I've had enough. I just have to get out. So I haven't told Bruce yet. He can come for a drive if he wants. And yep, going to come down, have lunch with you, get me nails done. I can't stay here any longer. I drove down the street today. There's no one here. You haven't got any sound. Can everyone else hear me? Oh, bloody Lou Green. Hey, Lou, now you're coming down to see me, darling. Now tell me, oh, actually, Lou, tell me, honey, where you're staying when you come to Apollo Bay because I've got to look after you. So I've got to know where you're staying and everything. And maybe other people might like to come down with you, Lou. I was thinking like Shay doesn't like driving down here and stuff, that maybe you could get a lift. I'm just thinking anyone wants to come. And you got a hairdresser's appointment. Oh, bloody hell. Well, it'll happen. And Lynn Parker's on, and I was talking to her today, and she's trying to keep warm too. G'day, Lynette Pogany. How are you, love? Do some sign language. Beer glass. That's what today was like. I can't stand it. Yeah, Lou, and that's how we all feel. Well, I'm going to be. We all want to leave these four walls. I think we're all the same. That's why everyone's on here tonight. Is you're doing good. Good on you, Lynette, because the weather's a bit better where you are. And Judy, rip house, and it's cold over there. And you're in your PJs. Oh, well, you've had a good day, love, meeting your new grandson, Oliver. Gorgeous name, Oliver, isn't it? And Liz Ball's on, and she would have been at work today. So, how did you go with the canteen? And how did Karen McEwen go? You would have been. Everyone's back to work that works with the kids because school holidays is over. So that's something. But for me, nope. I haven't been to the supermarket today. I usually go just for a chat, even. Well, thanks for making me laugh, Brenda. You're in the nude. It's too. Oh, Brenda, we're all beautiful. So there you go, darling. Put on your bikini and go outside. Actually, I was talking to a friend today about England, and they were talking about how hot it is. And she said, imagine being on the beach. You wouldn't go to the beach when it's 42 degrees. We don't do that. But she said all the little rocks would be really hot. Oh, poor Brenda. Hey, Brenda, do you want to come on live with me? Oh, look, you've made us laugh, and that's what we needed over here. So we're freezing, and you're hot. And Liz Ball's going to have a frost tonight, aren't you, darling? And so Lou's sitting with the PJs on and a cat on her head. Oh, as you do. So look, we're a funny old bunch, aren't we, really? Us. And Sandy Hard, how are you, darling? I love that picture of you at the ball looking at me. Yeah. Oh, guess what? Karen Houghton's had sort of a win. Well done, Karen Houghton. She's on. I haven't spoke. I tried to ring you, darling, and I couldn't get through. I was a bit worried, but I think you've had some good news, and that's good. And we love your guts, and you know, Karen, everything you've done for the group. You're an amazing berry, and thank you so much, as you all are. You guys that are on here supporting me wholeheartedly are just the most wonderful group of people I've ever met. And thank you for that. And I appreciate what you've done. But I think we appreciate each other coming on here and talking about ordinary stuff. But you know, Karen, that's great to hear, because you know what? I just start to think anyone wants to come for lunch with us on Thursday, anyone wants to get the train down, I just have to get away, and we go to a pub that's cheap. You know, you can get a $25 lunch at the Warm Ponds pub. Anyone wants to come, Sandy. Just hop in that friggin' plane and get down here, because I'm not really coping in Apollo Bay at the moment, because it's cold. There's no one here. I went and had a cup of tea with a gorgeous girl today, and I met this girl actually during the lockdown, and she came from Melbourne. She's actually a Portland girl, and came from Melbourne, lived in a holiday house, and she used to come past my shop when I was there and no one was around every day and stop for a chat, and we've become friends. And she's a bloody great chick, and she is a berry, and she does support what I do, and she gets it. She's a great chick, actually. I did go and see her, but I'm just this. Ugh, winter is shit. I feel like we're in lockdown. Do you feel like you're still in a lockdown, everyone? Do you feel like it's still happening? I do. And then when they're saying about this still being around and all this stuff, then nothing's changed. And I don't know. I'm glad I've had COVID, actually, as does my little Virginia. Oh, so Liz, school was good today. You got so much done. And Karen McEwen, what did you cook? Guess what I did today? Oh, and Karen's on here, and God, it's good to see you on here, darling. And you know what? You give me hope that honesty will always shine through. Honesty and goodness will always come through in the end. And I said that to someone today. Oh, listen, Lou, just give me a yell, because you should be able to get somewhere cheap, love, to stay. So don't worry about that. You haven't booked anything yet. I thought you'd already booked something in Apollo Bay. But anyway, you're probably better off to get a cheap motel. And if you just come for Sunday night, it'll cost you bloody nothing. But if you can't get anywhere, I do have a spare room. Okay, darling? And it has its own toilet for the Sunday night. So there you go. Except the girls will use it while we're having lunch. Yeah. And I hope you come. But you know what, Karen, I think that goodness and honesty shines through in the end. Karma happens in the end. We just sometimes think it's taking a long time for it to happen. And so you give me hope, actually, because someone questioned me today about the incident that happened. I said I would do it all over again, to be honest with you, because I know in my heart that I had everyone's best interests at heart and I meant only good, that I sort of had a duty of care to you guys. That's how I feel. I started this group, you all came along, and it is my job to look after you where I can. And if I know something is wrong, I've got to shout it out. I just do. I'm that sort of person. Yes. Oh, are you going? Good on you, darling. Anyway, I hope you have a great time. I know, Lou, but you know, whatever you want, okay? And tell me where you're going to book first, because then I'll tell you if it's all right? Because I know a lot. Actually, see, because you could have stayed at my Airbnb, except we've got our little Liz Ball in it. So there you go. My little Liz is coming. Bev can't come. She's going up to Queensland next week, aren't you, Bev? Which is good on her. Yeah. Thank you, Sandy. But Claire's on, and Claire gets it. How are you, Claire? Now, everyone, Claire's done it pretty tough, but I think she's coming out the other side. So maybe with spring are coming, we might be all coming out the other side. Do you think? We need a road trip, Bev. Corners. Well, I'll tell you who wants to. Do you want to come with me and see Margaret Bell? Anyone? Wouldn't mind that one, because she's a good trick, bloody good chick, that Margaret Bell. I tell you, it's nice to have everyone on tonight. Half in their pajamas and me not. And but sitting around all day, I've just nearly finished the last of Stranger Things. Has anyone else watched Stranger Things? It's bloody fantastic. You'd like it, Lou Green. And I've watched the whole lot now. Katrina, I bet you've watched. How's my Katrina Winterbank going? And have you watched Stranger Things? Because I did. And I'm just saying, darling, I'm over it. And I can't sit at home here. I have not sat in my house for ever since this new house. I haven't. Marie Shaw, we were talking about, she's home from Tassie, Marie, and you had a beautiful time over there. It looked gorgeous, and isn't it great, Lou? And I'm just 15 minutes from the last episode that I'm watching now, but I can't just do that all day. It's not me. And and Sue's having a dinner. So have you got your jammies on too? Oh my God, Katrina, don't. We don't spring clean in my house, love. It'll happen when I die. Lenore, where have you been? Oh, so you're not having rain again, darling. Haven't you had it bloody enough? You got COVID. Okay, Marie. So how are you very crook with it, or are you a bit like me, just a head cold? Do we have? Yes, we do, Lynette Pogany. He's a FIFO. We do have people in Perth and Geraldton, Lynette. Are you going to go over? Where does your son work? So, would it be nice if they're FIFOs? He's hardly ever home, isn't he? So, Just a head cold. That was to me too, Marie. I had a head cold. Bruce was actually crooker than I was. Bruce is fine, Virginia. He's got a cough, but that's all. He's not as tough as us. And it's nice to see you all on talking to each other. So I'm sitting here with the laptop, the phone, and the iPad, and everyone. Actually, I don't really need the phone. What did you say, Liz Ball? Where's your son going? Where's your son going? Lenore. Oh, where Lenore is. Oh, well, he'll be taking the rain with him, won't he, everybody? There you go. We don't want that. But you know what? Coming on here tonight's the high, it is what I do. And where are you going, Bev? Bev's gone. She's normally here. She normally stays on. She must be busy or something's going on. Tell you what, I did have a good lunch today. I've got to stop what I'm eating. Oh, so you can't see all the comments. Yeah. The prince has a cough. That's right, Marie. He'll have man COVID and you'll have girl COVID. Now, man COVID's a lot worse than girl COVID's. Oh, you're saying see you to Karen. Sorry, I've got it all wrong. So Karen's gone, everyone, but it's good to hear some good news. It's good to hear that there is the right thing's going to be done by her because she only deserves good things, that girl. I've met her in the real life and she's bloody gorgeous. David King, I loved the show Stranger Things. Do you know what it reminded me of? I don't know. I've read all the books. Tomorrow when the war? What is it? Tomorrow when the war began. You know about the kids that fought the enemy in Australia. Oh God, what's it called? Yesterday when I'm trying to think of the name, and it reminds me of that series, and it's bloody. I've really enjoyed it. Oh, he works off Perth. I was thinking there's a few berries in Perth, Lynette. So there you go. But nice place to rent. Well, is there anyone on here from Perth at the moment that could tell? I don't think there is, but we can find out tomorrow when the war began. That's it, Bev. This is what Stranger Things reminds me of, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. Did you like that too, Lyndon O'Keefe? Oh, love those books. And it's like a Flowers in the Attic. Oh my God, I was obsessed with those books. I love them. And actually, I'm not. Yeah, well, Claire hasn't been. Claire hurt herself at work, and so she hasn't been working. And there's a bit of a story there. And we're just going to say we love you, Claire, and we're behind you, Claire. Just like we're behind Karen Houghton, and just like you're all behind me. So let's hope. I've decided that it's all going to move forward from here on, and it's goodness from here on. It's all good stuff. So here we are sitting at home in your jammies. I've got on my denim dress that I had made in Bali that I used to sell in the shop. You read all the Flowers in the Attic. Me too. They were great. Good on you, Claire Cosgriff. I tell you what, darling, if I had a shop, I would have you tomorrow. Now, our little Claire, she's going to be onwards and upwards, aren't you, darling? And she deserves all good things, that Claire. And I tell you what, when we all get together, the whole lot of us, you're going to see how good we all are together. I think so. Our Patreon group's amazing. The rest of the berries are great too. A lot of them don't understand Patreon, and that's fine. But this is just so much more close. Oh God, Lenore's gonna have. You're gonna have. Guess who's on? Raylene's back. Oh, hey, Raylene, are you in? Sorry, darling. Raylene, are you in America still? We've got Raylene Egan Whitefield on, who's had that beautiful trip to America for her 55th birthday. Now, are you still in Hawaii, love? Because you said you got the air conditioner on and you're eating pizza. We all wish we had the air conditioner. Brenda wishes she had your air conditioner, darling, because she's in England and it's killing her, the heat. Yeah, but they're saying how bad it is, and probably humid as well. Sandy Hart, I love that picture of you at the ball. The Queen's Gambit. What's it about? You know what, Lou? You just said something there. You said you feel like you're in extended lockdown. I think that's how I feel at the moment too, and I think a lot of you might feel the same. So we feel things aren't really great, and here we're sitting at home. It's cold, it's shitty, and it's 5:30, and everyone's got their jammies on. Well, Marie Shaw, while you're on, got to tell you what Liz Ball, aka David King, is our producer of Saturday Night Live with Lyni, right? Now, this is what we're going to do Saturday nights when I'm home because our lives are just so full. Aren't they? Like, honestly, we're all out all the time, aren't we not? And so I started that Saturday night thing on Facey, and I quite liked it. I love it when we get everyone from all the other countries on. You're still here. Oh, don't come home, Raylene. It's too cold, darling. And then you're going to Tassie. Oh, we've got Cheryl Ralph in Tassie, darling. We've got a few Taswegians here. Can I come with you, Raylene? I'd love that. Hey, guess what, Cheryl Ralph? We've got a Berry who happens to be in Hawaii, and she's a beautiful nurse. You'll love her. And she's on here now, Cheryl Ralph. She's going to Tassie next. Yeah. We have the most wonderful people, I tell you. What are you having for dinner? Sticky lemon chicken with potato wedges and stir-fry veg. Oh, sounds delish, Sue. Well, guess what? I went, because Jane Adam, who's not on tonight, told me to, she was in my unit. She had these trays of, it was called, what was it? Pasta, and it was with, I don't know, pasta and chicken. It was a creamy pasta dish, and all you did was heat it up in the oven, right? $9. Oh, I had that for lunch today, so I don't really need much for tea. It was really yummy, and I didn't even have to make it. I'd love to come with you, I tell you, because I can't stand being at home, love. I tell you what, Raylene, you don't know this because you've been away, but on Sunday, the 7th of August, I'm cooking everyone Sunday lunch in Apollo Bay at Lyni's if you want to come. Pesto, that's what it is, $9. Says it serves 5, not my household, serve 2. So I've got a meal for tomorrow. Anyway, no, you can't go, Marie, because we're doing something. You've got to sing on Saturday Night Live with Lyni on Facebook on Saturday night if you're home, because we've already slotted you in because you're a beautiful singer. You're in a choir, and we're going to do like we're going to make all the berries famous. So don't forget, Marie, I've said it already. It's out. It's out. You're singing whether you're, even if you're out Saturday night or at work, you can take 5 minutes to come and give us a little tune. Don't you reckon, live on Facebook, Marie? I've said it. Who else can do stuff, hey? Oh, yes, Brenda could be a little pixie and run through the sprinkler, but I think it's going to cool down, though. The thing is probably, Brenda, when it cools down, your house will still be hot for a long time. There you go. Sue just said her Jess is a singer. Well, she can come on too. So there you go. Well, Raylene, you can bring whatever you like. Maybe a bottle of Prosecco, love. That would be great if you can come. And love to have you come and have lunch with you. I've got a turkey and a ham. I'll make Nigella's spuds. Liz Ball's making pineapple. What are you making? Pineapple tartlets. Now, Raylene, I'll make a sticky date pudding and a 2-egg pavlova because I'm famous for that. And you know I'm a diabetic, can't eat any of it, but I'm bloody gonna, yes. And it's a very special berry get-together. It's the 7th of August. It might be as rough as guts at my house, but you're invited. All of you are invited, and this is a little get-together that we can. I know you guys from interstate can't come, but don't forget I'm going to Sydney. You can play the triangle. Lynette, can I say something? We thought it would be something like Red Faces too, didn't we, David King? Now, darling, if you can play a triangle, could you please do that Saturday night? after you've had a few Prosecco's, we love it. And, you know, I might know a limerick. You know, there was a little lady from, you know, there was a young girl from... Oh, yeah, it's a 2-egg one, Raylene. If I can make it, anyone can make it, darling. Yeah, so you're coming. And Claire Cosgriff might be able to come, her and Jane, to that thing. She doesn't have to bloody work on a Sunday. And she's going to be all right because her hubby's coming. He's been in England, so he's been experiencing the heat. Oh, Lynette Pogany, I can't wait for you to play the triangle. Can't wait for Marie Shaw and Jess to sing. And I reckon someone has a little ditty somewhere that they can come across. I reckon Brooklyn Bruffwood too. So it's so nice that everyone's come on, and we have a bit of a smile on our dial at night, even if we're sick of the weather, we're sick of our lives, we're sick of this quasi lockdowns that we're putting ourselves through. And I used to be in a shop every day, and I had businesses every day. You're in the lounge, so it's cooler in there. Well, Brenda, get that fan on. Bring Karen. Bloody bring her, darling. That's what I want to see, Raylene. I want you to all bloody well come. And you can even stay the night. We could have breakfast somewhere. I'm going to take my meds while I'm talking to you, because I keep forgetting them. No, I don't, Virginia. I need something to stop me eating, Kelly Robinson. Did I tell you, Cal, I've booked our accommodation? Now, I booked it because it was pretty good value. Guess where we're staying, Kelly? We've got to share a room, love. So it's bridesmaids, and it is corners all the way. And we're staying at the Pullman in Sydney, because it's cheaper to stay in the middle of Sydney on a weekend than it is to stay at Darling Harbour. You don't work Tuesday or Wednesday. Well, you better come down here. There you go. It would be really nice to see you, Raylene. And everyone, Raylene's been on a lovely trip to America, and you've done really good stuff. And maybe you can come on one Saturday night and talk about your holiday, because you did things like booked your accommodation while you were there. I think you did it without it costing you an arm and a leg. Would that be right, Raylene? I just look, because otherwise you're booking it through travel agents here, see? But you did it all yourself, didn't you? I know, Cal, that we're staying at the Pullman again. And guess what, everyone that's coming to Sydney with me, or that's going to be in Sydney, I've got an idea. Now, we fly out early Monday morning, but what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Channel 7 and we're going to wave through the window at Koshi before we go. What do you reckon about that, everybody? And we can just tell them that we've been here and that we love them, and get them. I might take something for them to sign. What do you reckon about that one? That would be pretty good, actually. So that's what we need to do. So anyone that wants to come with us, please come. It's going to be a great weekend. And Janine Amory has sent me she's put a picture up on Facebook. She's excited about coming to meet everyone. Brenda, you better think about coming over. And Janine Amory's the first English lady that we're going to meet, Brenda, and she lives in Abu Dhabi, if you didn't know, and she's a nanny. So let's see what she reckons. I think she's been here before, though. And Cal, hey, Kelly, Koshi will remember you before he'll remember me. So what do you reckon, Cal? Yeah, I reckon it's a great idea. So bring your aprons. Having said that, anyone that hasn't got an apron, I've only got the other ones from the convention, but that's okay. We'll take them, and we'll take some texters, and we'll get bloody little Koshi to sign them all, because I reckon he could be he's sort of our age sex symbol, isn't he, really? Like when I met him, and Callie will agree, was pretty handsome, really, wasn't he, Cal? I thought he was, and I think it's our age, you know. All online. See, Raylene, I want you to talk about that, darling. because I've loved watching you. I really have. And little Loretta's on now. Loretta, I tried to ring back Sharon today, and I couldn't get through. So sorry about that, sweetheart. And anyone, I'm getting back to it. I'm in Geelong on Thursday. I've had a gutful. Come and have lunch with me if you can. Look, you can even just come and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee at the hotel at 12:30 if you want to. You don't have to eat. You can just come along. It's just to say hello because I've had a gutful. Need to get my nails done. Look, you can't see, but they're getting a bit long there, like filling stuff. Yeah, so I have to get them done. You know what? Coming on here actually does make me feel better. I was down in the dumps, and now I feel better that I've spoken to you. And he is more handsome in real life, Cal, so we're ready for him, aren't we? Oh, and Karen McEwen's cooking a nice meatloaf for tea. Oh, but Raylene, you won't be home. It's this Thursday, darling. But don't you worry, I'm always in Geelong. This Thursday. So it's Thursday at the Warm Ponds pub at 12:30 for cannery. So if you fly in, need a decent feed before you sleep for the next 34 hours, yeah, come and have lunch with me, darling. I'd love that. Well, oh no, do you know where that apron ended up, Brenda? And it went missing because I'll have to say, I'll send you another one, love, because that one ended up with Derek, and Derek passed away. Poor thing. So I don't know what happened to that one. But I've got the other one here that's been signed by everybody and including Sam Mack. But I reckon we start off and get home to him. Oh, don't worry, love. I'll see you soon anyway, Raylene Egan. I'm in Geelong a lot. Yeah, your nails need a refill too. So you're having lasagna. Well, after I ate that pasta, it was really nice, Liz Ball. Oh, well, don't worry, Brenda. We'll get you another one when you come out to me. We'll always look after you, Brenda Hilton, because you're important in my life, and you all are. So, what are you having for tea? Well, I had that chicken pesto pasta. That's what it was, and it was from Aldi. So I had that for lunch. So for tea, and I just had 2 bickies with cheese and salami. So for tea, I might have half a bottle of that. I only drank half a bottle now last night, so I'll drink that and have not much, maybe an egg on toast. It's always eggs on toast are good, isn't it? What are you having for tea, Brooke? What are you having tonight? Oh, Bev's making a lasagna, Bev. You can buy them too. And Lou, what are you having for tea, darling? Once you get the cat off your head. Once you get the cat off your head, what are you going to have for tea? That's what we like to know. It's very important in us. Brooklyn, and a 1:30 a.m. start now. Brooklyn, please come with us. You can stay near us. You can stay in the same hotel. We've got other people coming and staying around us. So please come if you can, because we do love you. I apologise for what I did, but I didn't want to miss out on a bargain, to be honest. So anyway, what? Yes, well, Bev's a real big cook, aren't you, Bev? I love you, Bev. And Sandy, what's that recipe? You posted a recipe today. And because you've got an Italian background, it was an Italian recipe. And I thought, oh, that looks really nice. You didn't, Raylene. Everyone, Raylene's been to Walmart in Hawaii. And guess what she found, everybody? What did you find, Raylene? You did, didn't you? You found it. It'll suit you because you're a blondie too. Did you buy it, Raylene? The Mile High Club just continues to get bigger. So I suppose if we kiss anyone that we've got when we got this lipstick on, they join the Mile High Club as well. What do you think about that? There you go. You're not eating much. Is that your, because Lou, you just had some more chemo, darling? So you probably don't feel very well. I can't believe it. Oh, the curried chickpea. There you go, Kelly Robinson. Karen's making your curried chickpeas tonight. And I had one of the berries made my falafel balls the other night, and I love the way everyone's sharing the recipes. Oh, she went and got that bloody lipstick in America. There you go. Oh, you bought one in Macy's. How much was it, Raylene? Is it cheaper than here? I've got about 6 now because I'm scared that Revlon are going to go broke when they're ever going to see it again. Oh, you're starting it in 3 days, darling. So everyone, Lou starts her chemo again in 3 days. Now, anyone going to Bali, did I tell you about my friend Chitra? Now, Chitra made what I've got on. I wonder if you can sort of see it. Oh, yeah. So this is something I used to sell in the shop in the day. See these? And it's a dress. It's a pinafore. Look, but it's really big. Look, and it's black denim, and I love it. Wear it with me black tights, or wear it with me little black boots, and then I'll put a cardigan on because it's freezing. And Chi used to make all these, have them made for me, and yeah, she's got lymphoma and she's having chemo at the moment. She's got no hair. So cancer's everywhere. There you go. I tell you what, you'd love her, Lou. I should really bring her on for a chat. Oh, I love it. Good. I've got 2 pennies, Raylene, because we're so trendy as we get older, aren't we, darling? And yes, a lot of you aren't very well. And Maureen's having pea and ham soup with the dinner roll. Jim, that's a meal in itself, isn't it, actually? Pea and ham soup, which I had last week. So we do have one. We're eating leftovers tonight. So I've got 1 serve of chicken soup left in a chop. Bruce can have the chop. I'll have the chicken soup, and that'll do. And then I'll start afresh with more food tomorrow because we can't eat it all. Liz Ball, see you later, love, and enjoy your dinner. And I hope everything's going all right with you too. And poor old Liz at work, we'll see her soon. So don't forget that, everybody, about my lunch that I'm at Brooklyn Bruff. You could always fly to Melbourne instead and come for lunch at my place. There you go. You can, oh, hey, Raylene just said it. That is exactly what happens when we go on holiday. The first thing we have when we get back is a roast leg of lamb with all the veggies. Is that what you're going to have? And I always have, and by the way, when you get back, Raylene, and you see broccoli's $10 a kilo, you'll be eating it frozen. But that's what you'll be having, the leg of lamb, the roast spuds, bit of pumpkin. This is what I have when I come home. Roast onion, I love roast onion, broccoli and peas, and mint sauce. And I eat all the fat. I eat all, you know how you cook your leg of lamb, everyone? And you know how you make that the skin goes all crunchy and yummy? Well, there's no skin by the time I've dished it up. Bruce he wouldn't eat it. So someone has to eat all those good bits. It's like the chops with the fat on the chops. Well, someone's got to eat it. In London, they do a boiled ham, hock and peas, mate. Oh, that sounds nice, Brenda, but I like bacon bones. Do you like it too, Brenda? You wouldn't be eating that in the heat. I tell you need a good salad, but you can't afford a lettuce here. They're $10. Steak and oven roast veg, Brooklyn's had. Yum. Brooklyn Bruff, when you come to Apollo Bay, I am cooking for you. Potatoes are going to be $12 a kilo for 4 kilos. Actually, I'm lucky we don't eat many potatoes. I tell you what, if they hit that price, I tell you what you need. We all need to go and get Margaret Bell. We need to buy the Maggi instant mash in a big container. So you only use your potatoes to roast and buy chips. There you go. I've got it all figured out. Are you going to come, Lou? That would be great if you do. Now, listen, Lou. We're flying out from Melbourne. Now, listen here. You just listen to this. You're on your own. There's nothing stopping you. Now, listen here, Lou. We're leaving on the 19th, and I'll send it through to you. But we're leaving on the 19th of August, Kelly and I, bridesmaids. We're going to see John at Melbourne Airport. We're going with Rex, Sikkim Rex. We're going to stay for 3 nights at the Pullman in Sydney because it actually in Sydney itself is cheaper than Darling Harbour. And then we're coming home on the Monday after we said, hello, Koshi. We're leaving at 9:30 in the morning, so we'll be up early on the Monday to get home. So there you go. Are you doing a chicken dinner in this heat, Brenda Hilton? You sound like a real Aussie. We used to cook a roast when Christmas Day was 40 degrees. We'd still have roast turkey because you actually still get hungry even though it's 40 degrees. Lenore was sick of wasting potatoes. We don't eat yes, there you go, Lynn. We're just going to have to do things a different way, aren't we? Hey, Karen McEwen, because you do catering, you know those big, they're the big packet. Liz Ball will be able to get it. I might get Liz to get me some. You'll be able to get it at Costco, and it's Maggi mashed potato, and I've had it, and I'm going to tell you, make it up with heaps of butter. It is really nice. And you know when you go out and you have a lamb shank on mash, what do you think they use? They don't make mashed potatoes. They use that stuff. So there you go. Lou, that's why we're going to have Deb. And if you can't get Madge, you get Deb mashed potato. That'll do. Does it? I'm not a big potato eater though. Potato gems, yes, I like them. Yep. You love the lamb fat, Brooklyn. Well, how come you're so beautiful and thin, and you love the lamb fat? You are living proof that fat doesn't make you fat. Yeah, Lynn Parker, nothing. Do you buy it? She buys it too. So we're just going to have to get all these economical little tips, and we're good at it, us girls, because most of us have had lots of times with no money. Yeah, you'll never look at them. Oh, yeah, because you know what Raylene did? Now, this is how I met Raylene, everybody. Raylene's a nurse, and she's a beautiful nurse. And Margaret Bell's on. Hey, Margaret, you have to get us all the big thing of Maggi Mash Spud. Talking about another berry, Margaret Bell, who you'll meet one day, and her name's Raylene. And guess what? She's in Hawaii right now and on here and yakking, right? And I met her in the shop, but she's a nurse. But she had a little van, didn't you, Raylene? And she used to go to markets and to different things that are and events. And you know the potato spirals on the stick? That's what Raylene used to sell. And Raylene, that probably helped buy a lot of things in your life, didn't it, darling? And you know what she used to do? Come over and buy shoes off me, didn't you, Dove? And then she found me on Facebook and thought, what's that stupid woman from that bloody shop doing on Facebook? And here I am. Oh, Margaret, I tell you what, you girls haven't seen everything that she's done. She's had the 55-year-old trip. She's been to New York. She's been up to, Niagara Falls. She has to go and see our girls in Canada next. So what do you reckon about that one? What did you write? Potato. That's actually, can you do that? Make Jane scars? Come on, hello, my Jane. And how was your day, darling? Mine was shitty till I come on here, and it's true. So they're by fresh for roasting or with the filling in them. Yeah, Lynn, you don't need them for the rest of the thing, do you? And I tell you what, I was feeling shit till I come on here, and that's the truth. I cannot sit in these four walls. I know there's stuff I've got to do. I've got to start trying to sell my stock again, but a lot of it's a bit summary. So I'm going to put little bits and pieces on here first. You've been working all day. Oh, well, Jane, you know what, love? I miss people, and I really do. I really do. I am a people person. I have worked with the public all my life, like all my working life. And to me, my house is a home, but it's a home when it's full of people. And it's not anymore. The kids are grown up and they're gone. And that once upon a time, all their mates had come around here and everything. And even then, I'd be at the shop, and we had a takeaway food shop full of kids every night. And I don't like it. I don't like winter here. It's too quiet. It used to be busier when we had international tourists, and now there's no one, and I don't like it. So I am coming to Geelong because I have to. I'll have to get my nails done. I will have an excuse every week, actually. And COVID, yeah, Margaret, it really is like it really feels like a lockdown, don't you reckon, Dal? Because Margaret's in hospitality down the street here, Dal. Before COVID, when all the tourists used to come, and you're probably the same. Every food shop was busy every single lunchtime. Guess what? Today, I think there were 2 open. It's not viable for them. That's exactly right, Margaret. Margaret, tell us about your bills to keep your deep fryers on, to keep your stoves on. How are you going with all that? Because at the end of the day, it costs you money just to open your doors. And if you're not getting the people, it's a hard one. And it's a hard one with food because you can't waste food. I'm sure Margaret is very good at knowing how to get rid of stuff. My mum was, because mum was always a cook. So, if the roast didn't sell, we were pretty old fashioned in the 80s with the food we sold. But if the roast didn't sell, then we'd make sandwiches for the bar. And if we had steak and it wasn't going quick enough, we'd make steak sandwiches and stuff but you didn't waste anything. Mum never wasted anything. She knew all the amounts when we catered for everything, but no, we didn't. And that it's so hard to do. And also just to keep a deep fryer going at the temperature so that someone comes in and orders a meal and you've got to cook it. So your stove's got to be on, doesn't it, love? Even though you're not using it all day, it's got to be on as long as your service is on. You've got fridges and you've got freezers. It's huge. Hello, Lorraine Munro. Where have you been? Well, I'm glad you've been out because I was home. I've had enough. I'm going to Geelong on Thursday to get me nails done because I can't stand it. You need $2,000 to $3,000 a week. And her electricity bill is $3,500 to $4,500 a quarter. So have a think about that, everybody. It's huge. And they're the things people don't think of. You run on 3-phase. Yeah, well, you have to have everything on, don't you, darling? And honestly, people don't think that. And I've had people say, oh, all these shops in Apollo Bay are closed. Well, it's cheaper than being open, and it's a real shame, isn't it? Yeah, Virginia, hospitality's in the shit. It really bloody is. But having said that, so are the retail shops. I drove up the street, all the retail shops are, yeah. So, what did I say, Sue? You asked me something did you ask me about Sydney, darling? Did I tell you? Because I've forgotten because you said Lyni where. Now I've forgotten what you were saying. I know. Yeah, I reckon you are mad, Margaret Bell, and then you have those dickheads that complain, and I think, you want to try it. I remember my mum said this, Margaret. We had a very, very busy takeaway. Oh, which Pullman? Staying in the one in Sydney. And what I'll do is, hang on, I'll show you in a minute. Let me see. I took a picture of it and I told Brooklyn, Hyde Park. I'm showing you on here. I don't know whether I should really put this on other social media. Should I? Can you see it? Pullman, Sydney, Hyde Park. So we're there for 3 nights. And Lorraine Munro, your boyfriend, who's my boyfriend now, Michael, he knows about it, okay? And anyone that wants to come. And, actually, I can probably show you the flights, Lou, because I can show you on here because someone said, be careful. You know how trusting I am. You know I'm a dickhead. Where did I put it? When did I put here. This is me and Mrs. Robinson. I think they made a movie about her. Can you see? Hang on. I'll put it here. Can you see that now? Not when it's... Oh, well, I'm putting the flights up, Lou. Can you see that? No, you can't, can you? Well, the flights. Oh, no, hang on, I'll tell you. God, I'm hopeless. Where are they? Hang on. Oh, shit, what have I done? Lou, for anyone that wants to come with us from Melbourne anyway, we're leaving at 12 o'clock on Friday, the 19th of August. We'll get to Sydney at 1:30 on the 19th of August, and we'll be leaving on Monday at 9:30 a.m. and we'll get to Melbourne at 11:05. So I reckon we get to Koshi at about, oh shit, what time? How long does it take to get from us to the airport? From probably half an hour. So 8:30. We want to get to Koshi at 7:30. Say g'day Koshi, and we have to go. But we'll be quick. They'll be wanting to get rid of us. Yeah, Virginia, I have been a bit silly sometimes, and I put someone said, be careful, watch, especially after everything, be careful what I put down. So there you go. And nice to see everyone's come on tonight, actually, and you've made me feel better. Half a bottle of Prosecco Drive. Yep. I have half a bottle in there. That's the cheap one, yeah. Oh, they can. Oh, there you go. Well, there you go. You know what? It's going to be a very nice trip, and I'll live for this. Yes, I shall, Kelly Robinson. I live for this, to be quite honest with you. I live to travel. I love to travel. I love to come and meet you all. And I can't stand sitting at home. I just can't. I'm glad I don't have the pressure of having a business at the moment. And Margaret will know what I mean, because I don't care where you are. I think any small business person is doing it bloody tough. And I know I don't want to do that. But I know everyone's doing it tough, and all of you are. And here we all are in our friggin' pajamas, 6:30 Tuesday night, thinking, what are we doing? Have a day off, and everyone just sits in front of the tally. Bullshit. That's what you know what? Someone, I'm not going to say who the person is, and they know, but I'm not going to say because I love her to death. And she said, well, when COVID started, I sat on my ass in front of the tally. And I'm still sitting on my ass now. And I think we're all a bit like that. We've got long COVID, as in we've got the hangover of being used to actually sitting at home, but it's not actually good for us yet. That's it, Margaret Bell. I can understand why you're thinking like that at the moment, because the future is not clear and the future's scary for everybody, actually. Bloody Margaret, what do you think about the foot and mouth thing? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did close the borders. Oh, you're kidding me. Lorraine Munro just said, no, bullshit, I'll get some for you. She could only get a pencil because they do make it. She just, Lorraine, I'll get you some. Do you know what they told her? They don't make that colour in the matte lipstick. Well, they do make that colour in the matte lipstick, and I'll get you some. I'm going to Geelong on Thursday. I'll zip into town to that Chemist Warehouse and I'll get online. I'll get some for you, so don't you worry. Okay, Dale? Because it would suit you, because it suits nearly all of us. It doesn't suit everybody, I know that. But you can get it, can't you, Sandy Hard? Because you asked. And we must be the biggest buyers of it. So there you go. Oh, no, she's going next year, though. Yeah. Oh, I'd love it if Virginia could come to Sydney. I'd love it if you all could. I think I'm over it. We need to see each other. Lunch at my place, Margaret Bell, but I'm not as good a cook as you. That's what I'm starting to think too, actually, Margaret. It's bloody scary. really. And it would only be until it's all contained. It's not like it's going to be. It's so important, that industry, so important. It would kill us, and we're all good with it, but it's just going to be an accident. Yeah. And Raylene's sending us warm hugs from Hawaii. And you know what, Raylene? We love your guts, darling. And it's been absolutely a pleasure to watch you on holidays over there. And can I tell you, Raylene, that bloody daughter of yours is a model. Oh, she's gorgeous. Yeah, so Sandy Hard just said that they're going to keep making it. In fact, you know what? I think I might write Revlon a letter. So what do you think about that one? That Margaret Bell, you're a chef. We've got a few chefs on here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 right now. Ah, good on you, Lou. But I'll get some for Lorraine. And I'm just going to tell you that when you cook, when someone else cooks it for you, you bloody appreciate anything because you haven't had to do it. And it's lovely, isn't it? And I've always found that chefs are the easiest people to cook for. Diane, g'day. Oh, now what's Diane saying? She's been in lockdown because of all the floods in Maitland. Roads are now starting to reopen. God, Diane, you've had a bloody shit time, haven't you? You poor little. See, we don't see that things are still in lockdown until that you can't get out until you say it. So bloody hell, it's been terrible. It's just terrible, actually. See, we don't know. There you go. Maureen went to the Corio Chemist Warehouse and they had a lot of Mile High. So I'll get you some, Lorraine. I'll bring it up to you. Yeah, I know. You're not no, because it's just a pleasure that someone else wants to cook. And I've always found that with chefs, that chefs they just appreciate that they're out and someone else is doing it. Yeah. So don't ever be afraid to ask a chef for dinner. They just love it. Yeah. Simple food. Yep, that's always the best. Oh, well, Lou, you can start coming everywhere because I've had enough of being at home, and I think a lot of you have. I'm not actually coping that well about being at home all the time. I don't like it. Anyway, everyone, I suppose I better go. What am I having for tea? Oh, that bit of soup in the fridge if you don't want it. And then we've eaten every bit of leftover, which is being economical. And then tomorrow night, I don't know, there's some chicken wings in there. I'd love to buy a lettuce and have some salad, but not at $10. I might make a salad, listen to this, everyone, using silver beet green leaves. I'll eat that. Bruce won't, but I will. Still good for you. Anyway, everyone, keep those jammies on, except for Brenda. Stay in the nude, Brenda. Stay cool, darling. And yeah, I enjoy hospital food too, Karen, because I didn't have to bloody make it. Stay warm, the rest of you. Don't forget, I'm in Geelong, 12:30, Warm Ponds Pub on Thursday. If anyone wants to get the train, I can pick them up from the Warm Ponds train station for lunch. So it doesn't matter if you come early. Doesn't matter. I just feel like getting out and seeing you. Don't forget Sydney. I've had enough. I just don't want to stop. I just don't want to be here. I don't want to be in my jammies at 5:30. Anyway, everyone, love your guts. Oh, pasta for tea with scallops and prawns. I wish I was at your place, love. A little bit of chili in it. There you go. Or Bev Anderson said she'll pick you up from Geelong. So don't ever think if you don't want to drive, you can't come. Okay? Love your guts. Bye.